Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to learn about how to play against the dragon. But before we get into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the King Hunter channel, where you're going to find the best opening videos and more. So here, the dragon is going to start with c5. So c5 is kind of challenging the center in a kind of not straightforward way like e5 would be. So here we just go for the center, we take it, and now you're going to see two approaches. So a6, which is going to be the knight orb, or g6, which is going to be the dragon. It gets its name from this structure. Up to you to decide if this is a dragon or not. But the main minor pieces in this opening are going to be these dark square bishops. So here, if black tries to take off this bishop now, this is an idea we definitely want to watch out for. And if black can play knight g4, it's very good. But here we have this bishop b5 check move. If knight c6, we can take here, and bishop takes. And now after bishop d7, we can take this rook and it'll be up in exchange. Now if black guards like this, remember this bishop can't do two things. Right now it's pinned and it's also guarding this knight. So here we can just take on g4 and we're going to be just up a queen piece. The bishop cannot take this queen because otherwise the bishop will take the king. So here knight g4 doesn't work, so black's going to play bishop g7. And now we go ahead and we take away this knight g4 move just because it's a little bit more possible because you can always slide to king f8. And just this is how the move order is going to go. So kingside castle, now queen d2, knight c6, and now we go bishop c4. So the move order that you want to remember is first f3, then queen d2, then bishop c4, and now we play h4. So bishop d7 is going to be the most common move. We're going to see knight d7 sometimes too, but here just stick to the same plans and it won't really matter what you see. So bishop d7, we're going to go h4. So the idea here is to scare your opponent to play h5 before we castle. So here, if they go h5, we're really happy. So now we can queenside castle. You see rook c8. So here the threat is knight takes d4. What am I saying? This discover attack. For example, if we just played rook dg1, you can play knight takes d4. We can't play bishop takes because rook takes bishop. So we have to play queen takes. Now here he has knight g4. We can't take here because the bishop will take the queen. So once the queen moves, for example here, because it has to guard this bishop too, we can play knight takes bishop. And after queen takes, rook takes bishop, and black will be up a piece. Also, he'll have the two bishops, and that's just game over. So here, what we have to do is we can't be in a rush. We look at our opponent's threat, we go bishop b3. Now you're going to see knight a5 or knight e5. Basically, we're going to do the same thing. So against h5, we have to go rook dg1. We need backup here. So here we go rook dg1. And now you're going to see knight c4 or queen a5. So generally you'll see knight c4. So we're going to take, and now we just play g4. We're going to bust open this position, and we're more than happy to sacrifice some pawns to open up the position. So here we can go h5. Now after knight takes h5, the whole idea of rook to g1, we take on g4. After knight f6, we go bishop h6. We're going to be vacating space here, getting rid of this defender, and now we're going to have a lot of checkmate ideas. So here we can play bishop takes, king takes, rook takes, knight, bishop takes, and we have queen h6. And after here, e5 is a key move, just opening up the position, and black's going to get checkmated wherever he goes. So if here we have rook check, king goes back, we have this checkmate. If he takes here, we have this checkmate here. And that's a very cool sacrificing way to win, which you'll see a lot of in these positions. Now let's say he does something slightly different. So let's say take h5, now we see take on f3. Now we're going to play take on g6, and once again this position is going to be super open. If here we can just take, and there's going to be some strong moves over here. Idea is rook takes g7 with knight f5, knight e6, and the discovered check is going to lead to checkmate. If he does take on h5, we're going to play bishop h6, let him take there, we go queen g5. Now the pieces are about to come in. So take, rook here, and it's going to be lights out very soon. Obviously in this position, it's not good for black. If, say, for example, bishop takes, we can just take here. If bishop e8, we're just going to take away every single defender and make it impossible for him to move. And here, black is just crushed. Everything is under attack, and he's running out of resources to even just stay alive. But obviously you don't have to be this accurate. There were plenty of wins in this position once it starts opening up. So now we're going to look at this queen a5 move. So here, and now we have this knight b3 move. We kick it back, and now we can start opening it up. And here, now we're ready to open up this position. So the real key here is to just get this h5 idea. Now, if he doesn't play h5, what do we do? Then we're going to play it ourselves. So rook c8, once again, what's the threat? This knight takes d4. So we're going to go back, and let's say he ignores h5, he goes knight e5. So we're going to castle. We didn't scare him, but that's okay because it's still pretty scary because we go h5 anyway. Knight takes g4, and now we're going to knight d to e2. Solidify this, and now the plan is very simple. Just bishop h6, remove the defender, and mate him on the h file. So let's say rook queen a5. We go bishop h6. He takes here. We're just gonna go rook d5. Remember, he can't take here because we have take and mate. So they can go rook queen b6. Now we go e5 here and rook takes. So once again, this knight can't do both. Guard h7 and guard the bishop. So here, this is the very simple, straightforward way to kind of beat the dragon. Whatever happens, go for that early h4. If they go h5, then you need rook dg1 in. And if they don't go h5, then just castle, solidify your queenside, and play h5 yourself. So that's a very easy, simple way to open up your opponent and really checkmate him. So thanks for watching this video, and make sure to check out wolfchess.org. We got plenty of good puzzles, lessons, and all that good stuff. Hope you guys were entertained.